reality show right here on the Multiverse of Geekdom. It's a Weekly Geekdome where we're just going to be talking about weekly geek news and topics. I am Ben, and with me is my friend Josh. How are you doing today, my
I
man?
I am good, Ben. I am good. I'm excited to be here. I'm glad that this will be the launch of Weekly Geekdom. Where, like you said, entertainment news, comic book movies. I'm excited to continue having these conversations, and I'm thankful for you to have me here.
No problem, no problem. You had me on your after show for Moon Knight, and I thought we got along really well, so I figured, why don't we do this every week, you know?
Yeah, why not?
Um, when, for people who don't know, why don't you just tell the audience a little bit about your favorite comic book movies you start off with?
So my favorite comic book movies. I'm sorry, my phone is going off at the moment. Yeah. So my favorite comic book movies, I would say I definitely enjoy the first and third Thor films. I
Okay.
love all the Avengers movies, even though Ultron was kind of a stumbling block, but it's okay. It's forgivable. Um, Winter Soldier and Civil War hold a special place in my heart. The first Iron Man, first Ant Man, Doctor Strange, all of them, except for the Dark World, and I really don't care much for Captain Marvel. So I can say I've enjoyed.
Interesting.
Yeah, I can just say I've enjoyed pretty much everything.
How about on the like DC side? Are
On
you
DC side, I love Shazam.
okay?
Aquaman was really good. Obviously the Batman and Joker. Um, I would also say, well, I'll tell you what. I definitely don't like Batman v Superman.
Me neither.
uh,
Me neither.
so bad. Like a funny story, Ben. Actually, when me and some friends we went to go see it when it came out. I was thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, they're going to start bringing in Justice League. This might be great. So I was bring two of my friends. We go to see it, and when we get inside, we finally sit down. The movie comes up. I feel like it just dragged. Now the action sequence with Batman was cool, but
Okay.
we actually ended up watching the movie in shifts. So one of us was awake while the other two were asleep at different points in the
I love
movie. So
that.
we were just like taking turns watching the movie. And like at the end we just caught up. I think like we were all awake for the climax, and we're just like, man, that's this isn't what we were hoping for. Like, damn, it really crapped the bed and then just forced this giant Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle in there at the end. Doomsday. Uh, but yeah, no, not a Batman v Superman fan. I just feel like there's no defending it. I'm sorry. If you enjoy it, that's great. But for me personally, nah.
It is. I like parts of it. There's one thing I can't get past, and I'm curious to hear what your thoughts on this is. I can't get past the Lex Luthor character in that movie.
Mm. All right. Well, so you didn't like Lex Luthor?
No, not at all.
Yeah, it's hard to not. It's really hard to not disagree with that. I mean, he was too quirky. Like Lex is a arrogant son of sob.
Right.
He's not. I can't even remember the quotes. It's been so long since I watched it, but he's not all like he doesn't do all of that. He's
No.
like, look, I will kill you, Superman. It's how Lex Luthor is. So yeah, I see. I can agree with that. Yeah.
What are your opinions on Man of Steel?
Oh, look, I stand with our boy Campia.
Okay.
I think Man of Steel is underrated. People who cried about the whole Superman killing Zod thing, it's kind of, well, what do you do in that situation? You're kind of stuck. I mean, there's really nothing you can do. You have to be able to shut this power off. It's like you have this generator that's going with so much power. Now it's about to blow, and you have to choose. Well, either I, destroy this thing completely right now, or it's going to kill all of these people here. Well, obviously, you're going to just take down the generator, so you spare all those lives. I mean, you got to stop it. So, uh, I liked it. I think the only thing they could have probably took the tentacle scene out, and
Yeah,
then it might have been, mm-hmm, yeah. Other
I,
than that, really good. I enjoyed it.
me too. I don't get the people who bitch about the way that Jonathan Kent dies. But,
Now, there's an argument to be made because he definitely could have saved him. Like, come on.
but he didn't want him to. He, Jonathan didn't want him to. He loved him.
So okay, right. So okay. So if Jonathan didn't want him to understand, is Jonathan finding something wrong with life? Because why is he just so willing to die, and his son can actually save him?
No, because he didn't want his son to reveal his secret. He wanted Clark to protect the secret.
That's right. Ah, it's been a while since I watched. That's right. Okay. 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 I mean, okay. That's reasonable. That's reasonable. That's a good parent.
I mean, you have like people all over that place. The tornadoes are coming. Jonathan knows, yes, Clark could save him, but that would
Hmm.
damage his secret identity. That
Right.
would reveal it too early. And he didn't want that on Clark. He didn't want that from Clark.
I don't blame him. I see that, and he was already getting bullied enough as a kid. Um, and what he was even when as an adult, he was dealing with a lot. Like that scene when they were in the bar, the guy kept messing with him, and he just ended up putting like a tree through his truck. Oh, like that's so.
It
That
kind
is
of
storytelling.
reminded me of Superman 2 when after Clark gets his powers back, he goes back to
Mm.
that diner and picks up on that one guy.
I didn't even see that one.
You never saw
I I
Superman?
didn't see Super. I didn't see not the Christopher Reeves one. No.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
man, you have to.
Oh yeah, that'll. I'll make that my assignment, and
Put
I'll report
that
back
on
to you,
your
Ben.
list. Put that on your list because
I got you. Is that your favorite one?
it's either the first or second one. It goes back and forth. But Christopher Reeve is Superman. You'll watch that and you'll understand what everybody's saying.
But you definitely don't like the Quest for Peace.
No. You?
No, I haven't seen. But it's funny because I've heard it so much, and I know like okay, so Quest for Peace is the bad Superman movie, and Superman 1 and 2, those are pretty much the good ones. Um, so that's kind of why I threw it in there.
And I don't hate Superman Returns.
It had a lot going for it. Um, I couldn't. I could be honest with you because I've only seen it probably like twice.
Okay.
I don't remember it that well, but I do know that when it came out, I was anticipating to see it. I really was down to see it very much so. And Kevin Spacey was Lex Luthor, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
We don't need to talk about that. We don't need to talk about that. But yes, he was.
So Ben, can I ask you a question, man?
Yes, please. Go right
What do
ahead.
you where do you think this next Moon Knight episode is gonna go, man?
Oh, man. I'm sorry I missed your show yesterday because I just wanted to talk about this final the last episode we had was incredible. I don't know where the finale is going to go, my man. It could go anywhere. Where do you think it's going to go?
Yeah, it's just wide open now, and just are we able to talk spoilers?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
please. It's been
Okay.
out.
Do you think Steven's death triggers whoever is in that sarcophagus? Or was that supposed to be, or what if that was a trick of the eye? If they were never going to do the third personality and the sarcophagus was there as a symbol of death, and really it was Steven's sarcophagus to lay him to rest so Mark could grow and become Moon Knight fully.
You know, before this episode, I would have said, yeah, we're going to see the third personality. But seeing how this episode played out, no, I don't think we're going to get
Wait,
him.
you frozen, Ben? Oh, it
Oh, can
skipped.
you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Am I
Hmm.
back? Am I good? Am I good?
Yeah, you're good. Hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get him. I think Mark is Mark now. Because I think the
Hmm.
whole purpose of Steven, we saw, Mark created Steven to cope with what happened, right?
Hmm.
He, before this
That's
episode,
true. And maybe they were never
before
thinking that they wanted to do three personalities.
this episode, we were under the impression that Kamshu gave Mark Steven to help him. But Mark got Steven way before he met Kamshu. So, yeah, I don't think
Oh,
I'm getting on third personality. What do you think?
I think that this it was really supposed to be a episode of healing for him,
Right,
and just watching the interactions with him and Harrow, and him discovering or reliving that trauma to heal himself in a
right,
way. It's kind of like sometimes you have to look back at the bad so that you can really so you let yourself feel that way. Now that you know that feeling, it's like, okay, I don't want to feel that again, and you grow from it. And I think that that's where Mark is going to go, and that's going to help him free Khonshu. I even
right.
thought of something like, what if Mark, I posed this to Steve, and I said, so what if Mark at the end frees Khonshu, defeats Ahmed, and maybe has a sit down with the gods and asks for Steven's life in exchange for his, because he thinks that Steven's the better man. And
I
it's like,
like
well, I
that.
didn't. Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Because it's like, he really starts to appreciate Steven over time and really respect him. And then that last sacrifice really kind of sends him over the edge. And bang, hold on. This thought just popped up. How great was that last shot? What that last shot reminded me of a movie. I want to see if you get it. That final shot in the episode, what movie do you feel like that was quote unquote alluding to?
Remind me of the last shot. Again, I'm sorry,
It's
I forget.
with Mark walking through the fields with all the wheat, and the sun is right behind him.
Man of Steel?
Nah, I was thinking Gladiator. Because remember when he walks through the fields of Elysium at the end?
Yeah,
Well, it starts with him in the beginning walking through them, and then at the end he's walking through. Moon Knight.
right,
Yeah, yeah.
right.
It's the whole. So they're really exploring this whole afterlife, man. It's really intriguing stuff here.
And I'm sorry, can we just give Oscar Isaac the Emmy now? Can we do
Yes,
that? Can we
yes.
do that, please?
Right now, today, on the ballot. Like, this episode solidified it for him. I agree.
Uh,
Just
He's incredible.
Yeah.
He's good in this show.
Showing that duality and being able to juggle the pain of both at the same time, but make it different and unique to them. Ah, it's too good. It's too hot. We can't touch it. It's too.
No, he's a son and we can't look directly at him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. It's. I saw something on Twitter today. Maybe you've seen it. People are saying that Oscar Isaac is hands down the best MCU actor that we have. Now, in the context of what they meant, I agree. And I know some people were like, "Well, Christian Bale," but it's like, well, they haven't seen him play gore yet. But that's not what they were pretty much asking. They were saying like best hero, like performance as a character,
You know what?
right?
It's hard to argue against that. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
the only other person I would put on the same course to him, Elizabeth Olsen as Scarlet Witch.
I'd even throw Josh Brolin and Thanos in there. I'd say those are
He,
probably the top three.
don't get me wrong, he was good. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if he was that good for
You don't
me
think so?
personally.
Okay.
I think, don't get me wrong, he's great. He was a great character. I just wouldn't put him up there yet.
You
Well,
mean just like pure acting?
yeah,
Oh well, yeah. Well, I'll say this: Josh Brolin also had the benefit of Thanos being very well written.
right.
That's not taking anything away from him because you have to bring the character to life. But I completely, I see what you mean. I see what you mean.
I mean, I'm just trying to think. I mean, as much as I love Chris Evans and like Robert Downey Jr., they're great, but yeah, Oscar Isaac just pushes that acting level that much further. You know what
Mm,
I mean?
yeah, yeah. He's definitely pushing the boundary, almost like a Charlie Cox like
Yeah.
performance. You know, um, he embodies both of them very very well. And can can we discuss the story how he lost his brother?
Oh my god, that is heartbreaking.
And the way his mother treated him for it after that.
It's kind of like the dramatic version of Peacemaker.
Mm. Yeah. You're. No, I get that. But see, This is what I never got with Peacemaker and the way his little brother went out. Was it he simply punched him too hard, or was it that he hit his head?
Uh, they didn't really
Cause
know. They didn't really know a good job at explaining that.
yeah,
What reason? What person who died? I mean, yeah, I don't know.
it wasn't really clear because it was like, well, did he seize? Did he just hit him too hard? Did it blunt force trauma? Like what?
It looked like it was a seizure, not a punch.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, but I will say this: the one thing that I love from Peacemaker, and I
Hmm.
will always be grateful for, how epic was that opening?
Oh, man, you look. Fr- Peacemaker is a gem, and like you said, the opening is spot on, and it picks up right after the Suicide Squad, which was really, really. That's another one of my answers when you said one of my favorite DC movies. Yes, it's that Suicide Squad, and it's that damn good, man.
Yeah,
It's so good. But I like everything with Peacemaker. I'm really excited for season two. and where they'll go. Please keep. Can we please keep that title sequence?
Oh,
Because you know how some shows they like to change theirs.
I want them to keep it, but I want to hear. I want to have a new song. Get a new
A new.
song in there.
Hmm. I wonder what it'll be because you know James Gunn has such an ear for music too, and I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure he had to play a big role in picking those songs. Because I
oh,
downloaded a good bunch of them.
how many? Even though I don't love the movie, but the opening song for Volume 2, they're all
Fox on the
talking
Run.
that big. What? Yeah,
Yeah, Fox on the Run. Yep.
that was fun. And
That.
then, and then the opening song for the Fish Guardians, talk about genius.
Yeah. Like so, what we had what was it? Redbone, Come and Get Your Love.
Yeah.
Yep. And then it's, there's a place for soft rock in these movies. And you know what? I know what you would appreciate. Have you played the Guardians of the Galaxy game?
No, but I hear great things about it.
Dude, okay. So my PS4, I gotta get it fixed. But from what I was able to get to, it's so immersive. The colors pop out so much, and the music, Ben. You know what? You gave me an assignment. I gotta give you this. They actually have a band in there because we're in the beginning. You kind of see him, Peter, is like when he's 13. He's in his room and he's listening to the band Star Lord. There and they have the entire album, and the way they did it, they immerse you so much in this world where they even have a newspaper that you can look at, and it's interviews of the band Star Lord just being interviewed and talking about like how they come to make their music or where they pulled from and different. I was like, that's really in depth, and I like that. But the
Yeah.
music, the vocals, the guitar, the rhythm, the drums, Ben, I tell you, I will put that entire album on, go to the gym, and come out like Wolverine. That's how pumped it will have you. I guarantee you.
Is the album on YouTube or something? I mean, could I
It's
listen to
Apple Music. It might be on Spotify. I'm pretty sure you could also find it on YouTube.
it?
But
Okay.
I know for a fact you would enjoy that. You definitely enjoy that. And it's
Nice.
only 10 songs. Mm-hmm.
Nice. Definitely check it out.
Yeah.
Well, there's not that much news to talk about, but we might as well get into some of it at least. How do you think John Watts is leaving the Fantastic Four? You have any thoughts about this?
I well, as we were saying before we went live, John Watts is leaving. It's hurt. It does kind of sting, but I'm gonna say this: if Multiverse of Madness proves to be what we're anticipating, and even better than what we're anticipating, I feel like Sam Raimi or Kevin Feige might ask Sam Raimi to direct it. And I would love to see where he goes with the characters. I think because his way of storytelling is so to the point. It's kind of like he trims all the fat and just we just get to the point and keeps it consistent all the way through. And we saw what he was able to bring out with a villain like Green Goblin. We saw what he was able to bring out with a villain like Doc Ock. And me personally, I'm a defender of Spider-Man 3.
You
I
know
will
what?
say that.
Me too,
I,
man. Me
I,
too.
I defend Spider-Man 3. There are things that could have been tweaked, that could have been fixed, that could have been done differently. But but I still enjoy it. So I say all that to say, I would like to see Sam Raimi get his hands on Doctor Doom because we need Doom properly done, like properly done. I had a thought once. What if he actually, if we got a Sinister Six movie, right? What if Doctor Doom was the one that was kind of pulling the strings behind it and providing the funding like, or being the behind the scenes guy for it. I don't know.
Maybe I don't think we're going to get a Sinister Six movie though.
I know. I know.
I haven't seen Mobius, but I've heard about that scene. Have you?
I've heard about it. I didn't see the movie either myself. I still want to see it just to add to the conversation, but I've heard about the scene.
I don't know, man. I don't think we're going to get it.
Does this worry you for Craven? Does like the performance of Morbius, does that scare you for Craven? Even this with the addition of now they're doing some El Muerto movie. Nobody knows who El Muerto is. And it could be good, but then it could be really bad. I don't know. But do you think this will have an effect on those two projects?
I hope not, because I don't know about you, but I really liked Venom 1 and 2. I mean,
Hmm.
really liked Venom 1 and 2. I thought those are just fun movies from start to finish. Tom Hardy is Eddie Brock. I love them. I have hope for Craven. I have hope for Craven. I have hope for Madam Web. I don't know about this new one though. How about you?
I love Craven as a character, and I hope they don't ruin it. I wanted Craven after Tony passed. I thought the perfect villain for them to do to follow that up would be Craven, and have Craven as kind of that father figure to him, and then deceives Peter and is like, all right, now I'm hunting you. Now you have to really beat the teacher. Anyway, you get what I mean? So that's what I was hoping for with that. But they're not doing it. They're going to do the standalone movie, and I guess they're supposed to just focus on the Kravinoff family. Um, it can go really, but who is he going against? What is he dealing with? Is it going to be like a? Is it going to be a movie that's just a family struggle? What are we going to get out of it? I really want to know. I know Russell Crowe being attached is awesome. I think Aaron Taylor Johnson playing Craven, if he can pull what he did in Nocturnal Animals. Have you seen that movie?
No, I haven't.
Oh man, when I if you watch that movie and just for his performance, Michael
Mm-hmm.
Shannon and Jake Gyllenhaal, they all did great. Amy Adams, but Aaron Taylor Johnson steals the show. So if he can bring that type of visceral, um, cold and calculating character to Craven, I think we're in for a treat. I just
Okay.
hope that there's not too much. Um, I just hope they do it right. Like just do it right. Don't fool around. Don't do get your grubby hands and just let it be what it is. Make a good movie. Make us a great give us a great story and yeah,
Do we
you
have
know.
a? Does it have a director yet?
For Craven, let's look that up. I'm not sure. Let's look that up. Craven director J.C.
Okay.
Chandor. Never heard of him.
Yeah.
Apparently, he's directed films such as Margin Call, All Is Lost, A Most Violent Year. That's an Oscar Isaac movie. Okay, heard of it, hadn't seen it yet. And Triple Frontier, something else I wanted to see. He's got Charlie Hunnam with and Ben Affleck, the Netflix movie. So, oh,
Okay.
okay, yeah. Hmm. Yeah,
It,
he doesn't have a really extensive filmography here.
it sounds like this is his first big movie, which makes me a tiny bit nervous, but maybe he can pull it off. You know?
I think so because if even though Sony isn't Marvel, maybe they've had. I feel like they should have learned some things from Kevin Feige,
Mm,
especially like with picking directors. Even though they didn't really apparently do well when they picked the directors for Morbius, because Let's be honest. The
I,
track record that they have is not the greatest track record, but
yeah.
uh, they have been able to take like small independent directions, like James Gunn, Ryan Coogler.
Well,
The
that's
Russo brothers
not.
did Community.
Well, that wasn't Sony. That was MCU. That was Kevin Feige.
That's that right. Which is why I'm hoping Sony kind of learned from that. Hopefully, but that might be a big hope. I can tell in your face you're not convinced.
I mean, okay. My my favorite Spider-Man movie as of now is No Way Home. My second favorite one is Homecoming. And then Spider-Man 1, and then Spider-Man 2. Kevin Feige was a big part of my two favorite Spider-Man movies.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. I'm nervous. I'm nervous.
I'm curious about that listing. You left out Far From Home.
I would put it. I, I like Far From Home, and I like Into the Spider-Man, Into the Spider-Verse, but I like the first two home movies. I like the last one and the first one better than Far From Home,
Mm-hmm.
and I like the first Spider-Man movies before Into the Spider-Verse. I know that makes me
Hmm.
unpopular, that's
Mm-hmm.
just my feeling.
Hmm. Interesting. Okay, that's the first I've heard that. Nothing wrong
But
with nothing wrong with that at all.
I know everybody goes crazy into the Spider-Verse.
Mm-hmm.
I try to love it, I try to like it. It's a good movie, just not my cup of tea,
Hmm.
personally.
Okay. All right. Because for me, it was the way they did it, and I mean, you want to talk about bringing a comic to life. It's not real life, but the way they animated it was so beautifully done and unique. And now, apparently, with the next two, when it opens up, they're supposed to go to like it's going to be six different worlds that they might be
Yeah.
on, and all of them are supposed to be animated differently. It's going to be an experience. It's going to be an experience,
You,
and I
you're
think.
not nervous? You're not nervous about it at all?
Mhm. No, I'm not
Really?
nervous. I'm not nervous.
Well, okay.
Because I think like maybe they just needed an extra time to touch up on some animation or
Okay.
whatever. I don't
Okay.
think I don't think it's gonna I don't think it's gonna be bad. I think they'll be
Okay.
fine.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll see it. Don't get me wrong. I'll definitely see it. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you how about this? I even I got a question for you. I posed this yesterday. Okay. So check out how Doctor Strange comes out next Friday. And the last Moon Knight episode is that Wednesday, and it'll be in the same week. Do you think that there may have been a reason for that? Do you think there's a tie in there that we may see, or is that just reading in too much into it?
I think it's reading too much into it. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be wrong. I think there's a better chance of Moon Knight being tied into a new Love and Thunder movie than Doctor Strange.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's fair because we have said with the gods and gore, so that's fair. So,
I mean,
damn.
I don't think Moon Knight has. Yeah, I don't see it. I'm sorry.
You don't see it.
Maybe I'm
Okay.
wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong.
It would be crazy though, and if I called it, let me tell you something. I want every ounce of money there is in Vegas right now. If I call it that and that actually turns out to be what it is, give me the money. Just give it
You'll
to me.
get all the money.
I want all the money in the world. I'll just hand it over. I will be the Elon Musk of Marvel movies.
You'll buy the MCU. You'll buy the MCU.
He will buy the MC. He would buy the MCU and probably make superheroes. I guarantee you, Elon Musk, with all that money, could probably come up with a serum if he wanted to. It's like, you know what? Why not have a real Captain America? Why not build an actual Iron Man suit? I don't know. But if that would be crazy if he did though. It's not gonna happen. It'd be crazy.
Okay. We got a Jurassic World 3 trailer yesterday.
Yes.
What did you think of it?
You have to understand, Ben. When it comes to Jurassic Park, I am to Jurassic Park how Robert Meyer Burnett can kind of be to Star Trek. It is his it is just bread and butter. It is every ounce of my being just melted when I saw that trailer. I loved it. Every shot. And I broke down the trailer too. All the things that they're going to deal with. I think that this movie is going to go very, very dark. There's going to be light humor, but I think it's going to go dark because they're dealing with some heavy things. Dinosaurs are loose. Uh, Blue's baby Beta has been captured by poachers, I believe, who I think working with Biosyn, and they're trying to take the baby and sell off to Biosyn. Biosyn will probably figure out some more genetics things. I'll contend. Let me ask. Actually, before I continue, I want to ask you this: have you watched the show Camp Cretaceous on Netflix? The Jurassic
No.
Park. You
I
haven't.
haven't heard of it. Is it good?
It's really good. I think you'll definitely enjoy it, and it goes by. It's paced so well, and it goes by so quick. You could binge all 4 seasons in probably 3 days or a week or however just to space it out, however you decide to. But you could definitely finish it before the movie comes out. But I say that to say because there's like elements in season 4 that allude to what might be coming as far as what's going on with Biosyn. Now, this is what I'm thinking. You know how with InGen and John Hammond, they built the parks, right?
Yeah.
And they wanted to build an educational experience, build these attractions, really have something where it's like people can learn. Kind of, they did it with good intentions. I would contend that Biosyn does not have good intentions. Don't have good intentions. I think they have a coliseum for dinosaur fights.
I like it. I
I
like
think
it. I like it. I like it.
I think they're doing dinosaur fights because when you see season 4, you'll see certain elements in how they use these drones to kind of gather these dinosaurs, right? And corral them together to fight. Then there's like these things with these chips. I don't want to give you too many. I don't want to dive too much into it because I want you to watch it. But it's also like, well, can we do different from them that'll make us more successful? They'll say people want to see. They'll take it as not so much looking at these dinosaurs as animals, but seeing them as the theme park monsters and having them battle it out, duke it out, almost like a kite, almost like kaiju. That's how they see them. That's what I'm thinking. And so they're going to touch on the whole abuse and genetics, and it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. But that's what I think. I think there's going to be a dinosaur battle arena.
Let me ask you, being a fan of all things Jurassic Park,
Mhm.
how happy are you that the original 3 people are coming back?
If I could stretch my hand to the sky, Mr. Fantastic style, That's the height of how I felt. Okay, I felt like when they announced it, I just couldn't. I really could not believe it because I didn't think it would happen. And it's like, no, this is real. This is happening. Then you see the trailer, and oh my goodness, you got Dr. Grant and Ellie again, and Ellie's divorced. Are they going to get back together? We've got him, Dr. Malcolm, and they all three of them haven't shared a screen since 1993. I'm hyped. So now we're gonna have them with Owen. Dr. Grant's gonna learn some more things about Raptors, and I'm wondering how it's gonna change his perspective, his perception since the third movie, where which had to be for him, I'm pretty sure, pretty traumatizing. So how does he react to things now?
I'll be honest. I love having all of them back.
Mm-hmm.
It makes me a little sad because they're doing the one thing that the Star Wars was never able to do, and have the original trio back.
But
And want to,
here's the thing. I have faith that they'll do it right.
me too, me
Yeah.
too. I think they're doing it right.
Yeah, I have
But
faith they'll do it. Mm-hmm.
my point is, we never got Luke, Leia, and Han together again, and that breaks my heart.
See, and you and I have talked about my quote unquote shortcoming and how I haven't witnessed yet, but I've heard enough conversations and I've talked to enough people about Star Wars in general where they do feel that. They feel like, well, when they tried to bring back legacy characters, they didn't do it in a way where it felt complete.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this then about that. I mean, we'll come back to Jurassic, but this is just to tie in with the Star Wars thing. Do you feel like that's why they're making this Obi-Wan show to kind of make up for whatever shortcomings they might have had in the past, or what? Or
No, because I think they've had this idea for Obi-Wan for a while. I
mm-hmm,
think at least 10 years, I think they had some idea of what to do with this character,
mm-hmm,
and now they're just getting around to it. But I will say this, I think this Obi-Wan show, I said this in my Star Wars show, I think this Obi-Wan show is the most important show Lucasfilm is going to do.
mm-hmm.
Because if they pull it off and get everybody back on the same page, but on the flip side of that, if
Mm-hmm.
they bomb it, if they flop it, and let me be clear, I don't think this is going to happen. I think if they flop it could damage the IP for a long time. It
Yeah,
could damage the fan group for a long time.
you're absolutely right. Absolutely right.
This show had so much damn pressure on it. I feel bad for this show.
Did
Because
you?
everybody,
Mm-hmm.
after you please.
No, no, go ahead. Finish your thought.
I mean, yeah, I feel bad for the show. That's all I was going to say.
Did you not like Book of Boba Fett? Because I know I hadn't watched it, but I would watch the reviews on Campion's show. I would just to see because it's part of the conversation they were following. I'm like, I'll just listen in, and they seem to be very very disappointed with it. Did you share that same sentiment?
Not as much. I liked some of it, but it should have been a ton better. If that makes
Mm.
sense.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
So, let me just ask you.
Hmm.
You don't think nothing of Star Wars? You don't think the same?
I know things, but like I haven't. I know things, but I haven't put it all together.
Okay.
Once I put it all together, it's like okay, cool. So I'll do the whole originals, prequels, and then should I? The question becomes this, because I've heard people just like shit talk these sequels so badly. Should I even watch them? Would you recommend them? Is there any redeeming qualities from them?
Okay. This is how I look at it.
Mm-hmm.
And I am a Star Wars fan. I know bigger fans, but I'm just talking from my personal experience.
Mm-hmm.
Watch the original trilogy. Watch the prequel trilogy. Yes, watch the sequel trilogy. The real, the real main movies.
Mm-hmm.
They're not the best Star Wars movies. Does that make sense?
Mm. No, I got you. So you don't feel like it's like necessarily like this is bad, like horrible, but you feel like it's disappointing more so than just flat out
Exactly.
bad.
Exactly. Very disappointing. That's the
Mm-hmm.
perfect way to describe it.
Mm-hmm.
There are all redeeming qualities in every one of the movies.
Hmm. Cause and
Yeah,
Rise of
go
Star Skywalker really got a lot of like bad. Nobody liked it. I mean, at least from the Star Wars, like friends of mine who enjoy Star Wars, none of them liked Rise of Skywalker. I think I was talking to somebody at work yesterday, and she was telling me how I think she said was saying that her not her favorite Star Wars movie, but one of her favorites was her favorite was Empire Strikes Back, but another one of her favorites happened to be Rogue One.
Okay.
And she said she was saying simply off the Vader scene alone how he just like shows up with the saber, and she showed me a clip of it, and I was like, okay, that's badass. I gotta see that.
And
But mhm,
I'm willing to bet I know what clip she showed you.
the one where he's in
The,
the it's like
the hallway scene?
yes,
Yeah.
yes, that's the one.
Okay.
Yeah. But no, I do want to learn because I want to contribute. I want to feel a part of the Star Wars conversation too. I enjoy listening to people talk about it because it's just like, even though I know nothing of it, just hearing people's passion behind it so much, it really is like, okay, I feel that. Because like that's how I feel talking about Marvel movies. That's how I feel with Lord of the Rings. So I'm like, well, let me venture into another sphere and join the people of the galaxy far, far away.
Might have an idea. Might have to talk to you off screen about an idea I'm having. But it's
Is it
amazing.
something I've been thinking about for a while too?
I don't know. Maybe.
Hmm. We'll talk.
We'll talk. We'll
Yeah,
talk.
we'll talk. But what did you think? Going back to Jurassic, I know we kind of went off there, but it's all good. What did you think of the trailer? How did you feel about it? What do you
It was amazing. I loved it. I loved every minute of it.
Mm-hmm.
It was a great trailer. It got me more excited. Again, I love seeing everyone come together.
Mm-hmm.
It was a great trailer. I liked it because it seems like a different type of movie from the other movies,
Mm-hmm.
if that makes sense.
No, I
And
I
I,
completely agree.
and I can't wait to see this movie.
I think this is a. Do you think actually that the Giganotosaurus will be the biggest threat that we've ever had? Do you think that it will like completely, or not so much overshadow, but do you think that it will rival that of the original Parks Rex, Spinosaurus, Indominus? Yeah.
I will go out on a limb and say it sounds like if this dinosaur is as big as everyone is making it out to be,
Mm-hmm.
and if the T-Rex just comes in and beats it, I will say it will feel like the T-Rex is jaw. No, wait, never mind. Never mind, I take that back. I was going to make a,
What were we gonna say?
I, I mean, it, I was going to say something about shopping, but it wouldn't make sense because, yeah,
Were
I don't know.
Were you gonna say if it was redundant?
Yeah,
I okay. This is what I think. That if I feel as though Rexy might die from her wounds fighting with the Giga. If she be
can
it, hmm
can I ask you something real quick? I'm
yeah, go
sorry.
for it.
Is this the same T-Rex from the very first movie?
Yes, same one.
Because they must have a long lifespan because how is this thing still alive?
Yeah, but she'll be pushing 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll be pushing 30. So
Okay.
she's an old gal in the dino world, but I think she would die of her wounds, and I think it's gonna break my freaking heart seeing that. But I think the way, and if you notice, it's an animatronic. It's not CGI. It is very practical, and that's that's another thing. That's why I think this movie's gonna be so good because they're going back to their roots of being able to blend the practical with CGI. CGI just enhances. If you make the practical, CGI just kind of enhances it a little bit more when you do it right. So shout out to Stan Winston and company for the past. But yeah, the Giga is an animatronic, and I love that. And now we're getting that realistic feel instead of now when you look at it, it'll be like, well, it doesn't really, it's not really holding up. You know how some CGI can be a little, eh.
Yeah.
But I do like that they're going a lot more practical now. I think they've said several other dinosaurs. There's a new one they'll be introducing. I can't think of the name of it, but that's definitely got a lot of practical. They've been working with more puppet heads for some of the Atrociraptors. The chase scenes are going to be just ridiculous. It's just going to be carnage. Okay, people are getting snatched up. It's not even. Somebody made a point earlier. I can't remember what I was watching, but somebody made a point earlier in a video that I was looking at. Oh, Clayton Fioriti. If you Clayton Fioriti is really good. He also does a lot of Jurassic Park stuff. And he was saying, notice how it's not just the villains being snatched up. We got random people that are being killed and
Oh
eaten.
yeah. Yeah. It's like Planet of the Apes in this. Looks like it.
Yeah, and it shouldn't be too far fetched because I mean we had that in the Lost World, and that's why I think they're pulling elements from each one to tie it all together. Because there is definitely a very Lost World feel with the darkness of it, and it's also very different because of the scope of how this is.
Okay. I just thought of something. I wanted to ask you.
Go ahead.
Over or under 5%? Really low. Really low.
Mhm.
We get a Vince Vaughn cameo.
Over or under 5%, we get a James Bond cameo.
No, Vince Vaughn.
Oh, Vince Vaughn. I thought you said James Bond. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Just 007 showing up in a Jurassic film. How cool would that be? Um,
Remember?
I doubt it.
Okay.
I'm going to say way under. I'll go as far as I'll say zero. He's
Okay.
Yeah, I'll say
I didn't
zero.
think so, but I had to ask.
No. And it's cool because I liked his character in the Lost World. Um, I think that they just didn't want to. I don't know. They didn't want to bring in too much, and they really wanted to focus on the legacy. And Vince Vaughn's character was kind of like it's kind of over and done. Even though they could do it just to see how he is with doing Greenpeace and all that, but nah, nah.
Okay,
They mm-mm.
so, so I guess you're not going to see William H. Macy either.
Doubt it. Yeah, that's not. William H Macy won't be there. Tay Leone So no. You know who I would have like, who I would actually like to see if it was in a quick scene. Doesn't have to be much, just a quick scene. Sarah Harding, Julianne Moore's character,
Yeah, but
Malcolm's girlfriend. Hmm.
that wouldn't be bad.
Yeah, I'd like to see a quick scene of that. Uh, do you think that Grant and Ellie? Do you think that they'll rekindle their relationship since apparently her last name is now Sattler again?
Not at the beginning, but by the end, yes. Same thing with Chris Pratt and Chris Dallas Howard. I think everyone's going to end up together.
Yeah, it's.
Unless,
Mm.
what if Chris Dallas Howard dies?
So who do I think would die?
What if Bryce Dallas Howard
Oh,
protected?
what if she dies?
Yeah.
Ooh, they'd have some serious balls if they do that.
And if she
Yeah.
dies, and that if she gets eaten, the last thing you see all those goddamn brutes going into the dinosaur's mouth.
Ah man. Ah, they'd have to have some. They'd have to have some serious balls if they're going to do that. I don't think they'll
And,
do it. I don't think it'll be her.
okay.
Part of me, part of me is really sold on either. Let me not say sold. That's too strong a word. I can see Dr. Sattler may be It might be possible in that sequence with the Giga at the end where they're like in the building and it's just running through, rampaging through. It could be her, could be Dr. Malcolm. Really hope it's neither one of these two, but I guarantee you Dr. Wu bites the bullet.
How about Alan?
I think Alan is safe. I don't think they'll kill Alan.
See? That's where I'm different. I think Alan is the most likely.
Why do you think so? Don't you know? It's oh man, because under I feel like it's the obvious choice, and I just don't want to accept it. But I just don't see them. I don't see them doing it.
I think
But
he's
why do you? But why do you think?
perfect. Hmm?
Why do you think? I want to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, I think his story by the end of this new movie will be complete. And I think I was going to say something, but I'm not because I don't want to spoil something for you. But yeah, I think I can see Alan dying at the end of this movie.
You have insider information, don't you?
N- No, I don't have anything.
Mm.
There's not a laser right there on my head.
You've connected with Jeff Snyder. You know something, Ben.
But
You you know something. Oh man, I would if Alan died because here's the thing. Alan Grant, you know how Indiana Jones used to be. Indiana Jones was a hero to a lot of people. That's Alan Grant for me. Alan Grant's a hero, and so if they did that, you think I cried in Endgame when Tony?
oh, I couldn't say something right now. I'm not going to. I couldn't say something right now, but I'm not going to.
Please don't, just don't do it, Ben. I can only take but so much.
All right.
Oh man, but I say this, and I feel like we're gonna be saying this for a while. It's a great time to be a movie fan. It's a
So
great
yeah,
time to be a TV fan.
and you know what? I'm going to have so much fun doing this show with you every week. This is
Oh
going to
yeah,
be a lot of fun.
definitely, definitely. Do you have you got any people you want to bring on? Anybody you want to add or have conversations with? Bring them on and we can interview or just talk.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Not right away, but maybe.
Hmm.
Get somebody.
This
You
will be
know,
because I'm here for the ride, man. This is fun. I really enjoy doing this. You know, it's crazy, Ben, because when I reached out to you, I'm not gonna lie, I was nervous. I was just like, I'm just getting started. I kind of want to talk to. I just want to meet somebody who'd be willing to, let's collab and all. And ever since that first episode, it's been good. It's been really good, man. I really like talking to you. I like the connection. I enjoy these shows, man, and I'm really looking forward to helping you bring out more content on your channel too. Because now September, Lord of the Rings will be out, and that'll be something to really go ahead and dive into
I
and talk
can't
about.
wait for that.
Yeah. So
I,
I
I want that to be a whole panel show. I have some people I want to include to get
mm,
people on. I want to make that a big after show.
cool, cool. Well, shoot, you've already got me signed up, mate. I'm here for it.
All right. All right, man. Let me do it for this first episode. Tell the good people where they can find you, my man.
Well, guys, you can find me on Twitter at the Outlawed Mom. You can find me on Instagram at the Midnight Cinema 41. You can find me on YouTube, the Midnight Cinema, and I have a podcast called the Wolves of Midnight Podcast, which you can find on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Pocket Casts, and Anchor FM. So come kick it with me. We can talk movies and talk shows. And if you want to talk about anything else, even life, just hit my DMs and hey, I'd be happy to have a conversation with you. I don't bite.
Nice. And you guys can find me at my Twitter pin_Rainer every Tuesday on Jedi Academy right here. Now every Friday on the Weekly Geekdome and every Sunday on Unwind with Ben, where I have a full panel of guests. We play games, we do some entertainment news, and it's a fun time. You can also find me over at the Northern Entertainment Group every Tuesday on Rewind the Tape, and every Saturday or Sunday on the Northern Countdown. And that will do it for this week on the Weekly Geekdom. We'll be back next week. Until then, have a good week, and we'll be here.
Stay marvelous, people.